computer fix it. Have no idea why that kind of stuff happens, but it does. Fortunately, it doesn't happen often. So, back to making this delightful warm-up. Made this around 50% gray. Pop. Make a new layer. Select my brush. Brush, what you say? Spacing. And then I think that's pretty much it. Yep. And 70% awesome. Yeah, so let me know if the music is still too loud. Ooh. I actually just made it louder. I wish it was easier to control the freaking volume on YouTube. Like, I just want it like at 2%. There we go. My stream's full of technical problems. Alright. Let's get started. So I want to make that wood right there, that ladder. And it wouldn't be bad if I also took a example from World of Warcraft. You know what? I remember doing a video on making wood actually, so it's kind of funny that I'm back to square one again. So let's see. What's a good thing to draw? I'm gonna draw. This, and then I'm gonna say it goes down. Making my general shape. And then here's where the fun part starts. So I'm gonna go and start to block in, like, I want to say value. I don't know if I should start with value or if I should start with color. I know a lot of times I have trouble with color, but I know I've done this before. That looks a little bit too orange. Let's put a little bit more red in there. Let's see how that looks. Not that much better. Value first. I know! I was just saying that. I was like, I don't know if I should start with color or value, but I know I've done it with color before. Just I guess I lost that skill. Alright, let's give it a try. Let's start with value. That's the same color. I know. It's, yeah, you're right. I'll listen to you. Because I know color's always been my weakest point. Alright. Let's see. Color pick that. Go slightly lighter. Then color pick that. And then we'll go a lot brighter. Alright, so see, I've gotten to that point. Now, I think what I'll do then, let's see. I think that actually might be a little bit darker. Alright, and then say kind of go with that same sort of thing going this way. Let's see, where is the light coming from? Let's say it's coming from the side, so like directly right, aiming into this direction. So with that being the case, I know I'm gonna need that edge to be super bright compared to everything else because it is facing directly towards the light. And then with that knowledge, I know that there's probably going to be a dark spot like right there. And it kind of tapers off. You know what? I'm going to get back to my 70%. Then, with the light the way it is, I'm probably going to end up becoming, let's see, if I were shining, I wonder if this area would be bright. And then this area here, probably like that. And then that would probably be, well, you know what? There's another way I remember doing this sort of stuff. So I would often use, I'm just gonna use polygon. Yep, there we go. So back to basics, everybody. And then, you know what? I just remembered something else. I'm kind of jumping around here, and I think that's a good thing. I know that this corner down here is going to want to be dark. And in this area, I want to be dark. Then let's see, what else? And I think might be safe to say I'll do that. Nah, I don't think it would. Then for some reason in my head, I see this corner over here. Yep, I think it's starting to get there. Then over here, man, I'm gonna pull up a surface next to my lamp and then see how that would work. So it's really dark that way, super bright, and then it fades off into, hey Hugshot, how's it going? Fades off to dark over there. And then it's probably because this is angled the way that it is. Oh no, I wanted to close that. There we go. So I believe this would be slightly darker. Okay, maybe a little bit more darker than that. So I'm starting somewhat from the beginning. You know, I feel like artists do this. It can't be just myself, but I feel like oftentimes you get to that point where you just have to, you feel like you have to go back to the basics. So that's what I'm doing. Back to the basics. I also think it's really my fault because it's been a while since, you know, I've done, has it been? I actually don't remember. My memory's also bad, but it feels like I haven't done some legit hand painting in a while because at work I'm doing some realistic environments, so that has been fun. Alright, so I'm gonna take this corner here. I think it's actually going to be somewhat light over here. Meh, realism. Yup. Who needs it? I don't need realism. I blame my company for wanting realism. If it was me, I would want to do hand painting all the time. And I actually kind of got my wish for a little bit, but they eventually ended up going with the realistic route for work. Well, what can you do? Well, I guess what you can do is just go home and work on some hand painted stuff, like I'm doing right now. I feel like once again I'm getting too heavy with this because highlights should be one of the last things that you do. Oh well. One of those lessons I'll be learning today. You know what? I feel like it wasn't long enough for me to really do some wood. Oh no. Alright, so... Nope, too big. Let's see. See, wood really wouldn't move like that, so we're gonna continue doing that. I think that's looking pretty woody. Let's see, how am I gonna approach the top? Probably just do that. Alright, let's see. Now what's next? So I imagine that light's going to be hitting the top of that crease. And looking at the reference, it looks like, I guess it really varies. Like, not one highlight follows one of those creases all the way through. And I think it would get too busy if it did. Let's see, trying to think of which way that crease is going, so be following it going this way. Oh yeah, on brighter news, BlizzCon was announced, so yay. I'm kind of just bouncing around looking at this ladder and then looking at this barrel here. That's pretty much my reference, and then also a lot of the things that I referenced in the guild. I think what I don't like the most is how... Hello. Oh, the puppies. Of course she goes straight for my bed. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No, I think I'm just gonna drink water now. Thanks. Yeah, for some reason I feel like the lines are just way too thick. And I feel like I ran into this problem when I was first making wood a while back. You know, I'm gonna look at one piece of reference because I feel like I need it. I don't remember if it's this person. No, it's not this one. Oh, I remember what it was. Like, she had some really cool stuff in her portfolio. Some cool looking wood there. Here's some more wood. That's a really nice corner. I'm actually gonna post this in the guild. But yeah, so how does she do it? She has a ton of lines in hers. Okay. Should break up this edge here a little bit more. I really don't feel like it should be that bright. I'm gonna tone it down. Yeah, I guess what I'm going for this is, well, because I'm going to be working on that shelf, I imagine you're going to be able to walk up to that shelf. So you'd have not the big loose details like I have here, because I assume that would look great from a distance. But yeah, I would want it to look good up close, so probably good to have a little bit more detail in there. At least that's my thought process. What do you think? And let's see. I feel like maybe this is a little bit too much of a big feature. Okay, yeah, that's... I feel like I understand the logic behind that kind of stuff. It's just more of like actually executing it. Like, what do I want? I really gotta ask myself. Hey Trite, how are you? Let's see, how would wood move? I feel like wood would move more like varying lines, a lot of thick and thin. Oh, was it? Yeah, it's been a while since I've been back to streaming. Just recently started getting back into it. After having lost my job, then getting a new job, I kind of lost my endurance for doing streams. But I finally got my endurance back, and then starting to relearn how to do all my streaming stuff again. Yeah, I think I did the lines wrong, or maybe, it's not necessarily wrong, it's just now I kind of want to do it differently than how I started. So, let's try... Oh, the company was, shutting down, so almost everybody at my company got fired, or let go, I should say. Fired, I guess, would imply that I did something wrong and then I got let go for it. But nope, it was the entire company. I'm thinking about stuff too much. I think that's what's going on too. I'm thinking about it way too much. It's either thin or it's either thin or thick. I also think I got way too much connecting. They don't all have to connect. Alright, let's see how this looks upright. Not bad. Trying to do a cut thing there. think that looks convincing. So I think there's going to be a lot more there's going to be a lot more of these like subtle highlights the closer we are to this lighted area here, but then it's just going to get darker as we go this way. So, oops, over here I'm just going to erase all that detail away. Definitely think I'm getting better at it. So one thing that I noticed right away is that there are some areas here that are just going to be dark because it is a deep cut. Oops. So that's a deep cut there. Oh, I'm doing a lot better than yesterday. I actually mentioned this earlier. I felt great this morning. Like, felt better than any other morning that I've woken up on. But for some reason tonight, I'm coughing a lot more than I have on any other night. And I want to blame the rain that happened recently. So, I don't know. Maybe some, like, the temperature messed with my lungs, and so now I'm coughing a little bit more than usual. But I overall feel better. So, here's hoping that me coughing right now isn't some scary sign that my sickness is not getting better, because it was, and I want it to go away. Hey Bradley, thanks. Glad you like it. I hope you're not looking at this thing, because that is totally not mine. But yeah, estherlove.com is my portfolio. So if you were mentioning this reference over here, then I wish I wish I was that cool. So let's see. Oh, okay, cool. I don't know. It's strange. You don't know how many times I've been asked, like, "Oh man, cool work," and I'm like, "No. This is someone else's work that I'm looking at." I don't feel like I would just be looking at my own work for for no reason. So, okay. We've got our dark side here. I think before I start to get too much into this kind of like shadow, adding shadow into these crevices, I'm going to continue making the actual grain of the wood. You know what, I think I'm going to rotate it because that helped. Alright, so, grain of the wood. I've established earlier that you go from like sort of a thick to thin type of thing. And I think I remember telling myself that you just kind of don't really connect. Like, these lines don't often always go to the ends. Let me know if the sounds of puppies chasing each other gets too distracting. Right now they're like charging through the house, chasing each other. And you know what? I would love to just have one of those little circle things. Alright, I'm sure you heard that. Sorry. Shh, shh, you're being too noisy. Go, 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 go. Okay, I let them go back into the living room. Oh, let's see. Maybe this line here can kind of continue a little bit. And you know what? I'm gonna make that one like a little pit. Yep, I think that works. Let's turn it right side up again. Alright, I'm liking it. What is that? Is that some sort of armored horse? That looks funny. Alrighty. I said this was going to be a cut, so yeah, there we go. Make that look more cut-like. Minecraft horse. What? And you know, I totally agree with you, because I feel like if you know how to stylize something, like stylize the look of a texture, then it means that you have a really good idea of like the actual real material. And that's if you're like really good at it, because it's kind of like the saying for anyone who does, well, I guess it doesn't always work, but anyways, I'll say it anyways. A person who knows how to draw like a really good cartoon figure or a superhero anatomy, they gotta know like actual real life anatomy first, because you gotta know the rules before you can break them. So yeah, doing stylized textures, you really gotta know them rules. Oh, the website that I'm looking at right now? Sure. This is a lovely lady who does a lot of amazing ZBrush sculpts for her textures. And as you can see, she works at Blizzard. And what better way to get hired by Blizzard than to study their masters? Alright, we're getting somewhere. Definitely think we're getting somewhere. Yeah, her stuff is freaking amazing. You're welcome. Yeah, I've applied a few times to Blizzard. Of course, I'm not working there yet. I have a lot to learn, but you know, I feel like, you know, apply anyways. And if anything, I go to the events when Blizzard's around, and I talk to their recruiters, and I just learn a whole lot just by talking to those guys. And then just keep on working. And then I have friends who, you know, work there, so I try to get their feedback as well. Oh, I really appreciate the compliment. I like, honestly, like, I feel like Blizzard is sort of like the Valhalla of Vikings. Like, you could be a good warrior, but you gotta be the warrior. And Hugshot, you make a really good point. I feel like a lot of times people, you know, cut themselves short by not applying, saying, oh, I'm not good enough. Because I feel like if you had any sort of, if you're humble about your skills, you'd be like, oh man, I don't think I'm ready yet. I don't think I'm good enough because there's a ton of good people out there, people who are better than me. But at some point, you gotta say, you know, that's true, but maybe I might have something that those guys don't have. You know, whether it's attitude or you have something in your portfolio that just really, like, hits a mark with one of the hiring people. So, you know, try. The worst they can say is no. And, you know, I feel like with my efforts, I've gotten a lot out of it because with me constantly trying to apply to Blizzard, you know, a few of their recruiters know me by name, and whenever I go to these events, they always, like, they know me, they say my name. It's awesome. So, you know, starting that relationship and just keep on working. Tweet what? I don't know what I said. I just say things. I don't really think about it. That's not true. But I don't remember. Or which part you're talking about. So let's see. Alright, now back to thinking about the whole, like, science of this. We've got the little swirlies. You know what? I think maybe we have things a little bit too homogeneous. I need to break up these shapes a little bit more. So let's just say that that's a cut piece in the wood. And then kind of give that a highlight and then give that I'm trying to, like, yeah, there we go. Oh, yes, I agree. I love what you said. So that is a damn good quote. Like, I honestly believe it. So it's my mantra to people who are like, "Oh, I don't know if I'm going to apply." Like, you don't know or you don't want to. Oh man, that'll be fun. Late night crunching. Hooray. I appreciate you sticking around. Let's see. What else was I gonna do? Yeah, I definitely need some, like, varying lines here. So let's have this work into that, and then that becomes, I feel like the lines are a little bit too samey still. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, so let's do... I'm gonna do another layer just in case I screw up. Alright, I think that's a pretty good circle. Yep. Now to make some varying in thickness. Oh, my music stopped. Hey, if you don't tell them that you're including that, then no one really needs to know, right? I guess it depends on how much of the invoicing you're planning to include. Like if you say a whole day's worth of a whole day of cleaning up is worth invoicing. Because then you can just do that every day. Oh yeah, sure. You can totally link it in the chat and I will look at it. So you know what's bugging me the most right now? This whole like white area. I think what I want to do is tone it down just a bit. There we go. Oh yeah, I said I was gonna put back my music. Then let's see what we got here. You know what I think I was doing wrong? I wasn't really varying my highlights as well. I should really do that. Because not all that detail is always going to be the same. If anything, I was making it look too, what would you call it? Too mechanical? But you know what? Something else I'm realizing. I think the further back you go, the heavier these shadows are going to be. Maybe not that heavy. You know, it couldn't hurt to have one of these in there. And then what I could do is do that just to emphasize the fact that that is one big nasty hole. And then it would most likely be darkest near the end, closest, you know, to this side, to the light. And then probably a little bit lighter on this side, so you could see some of that reflect. Maybe that connects. Not gonna force it. And then you know what? I think I'm gonna do something kind of cheesy cool. What I'm gonna do is have this piece sort of break. Let's see if I can successfully... Oh, wait, you know what? I have this line going down there, so I probably don't want to do that too much. Maybe I could do that... Maybe I could do this down here, so... have that break. I'm really just playing around now at this point. Oops. Maybe this part, like, maybe this is like a rip somewhere in the business of things. Yeah, rippage. Let's make that dark in there since that's hidden by shadow. Well, this sketch is for fun, but it's more of a warm-up for something else that I'm working on. My guild is doing a workshop. It's a guild on Slack, and yeah, we're working on a model, which I had shown earlier, but I can show it again. So we're all painting this shelf, and like we're all trying to learn on how to, you know, get better. So this is like a really practice for everybody. And my progress so far hasn't been super successful. Like, this is my progress so far on the plank, on the shelf. But I was having trouble actually painting the grain and just getting the color down, so I'm doing this as a warm-up for it. And you know, hopefully when I get back to the model I'll be that much more knowledgeable, because I guess at work I'm doing a lot of realism stuff, so I've sort of like lost a bit of my touch on the hand painted. And I've done other hand painted stuff before, but for some reason I just forgot how to do like a piece of wood, so that's what I'm up to. I'm gonna check out your link really quick. I'll put it up here. Let's see, the storm. Does that say... Sorry, I'm not sure with the font. ANJC? Or Anik? I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, I like that you did facial studies. Oh man, wow. This is super comprehensive. I'm gonna have to go. Oh, Anja. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely look through this later. This is awesome. Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't see the chat. Yep. Wow, you've really gone like all the way on character creation. Let's see. Sorry, I got really quiet. I was really focusing on this thing I'm trying to do here. Kind of just like guessing at the like wood chunks that would be sticking out. I should definitely look at some reference for this. Anyways, moving on. Oh, hi! Let me see. Imaginator. Nice name. So is it like a huge difference good or a huge difference, oh my god, what did you do? You've maimed it. There we go. I like the darkness of that. Alright. So what am I doing? I'm moving on. Alright. This side here is still very weak. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to help that out. Need some of those dark pits to... Yeah. Needs to be dark. Oh, cool. I'm glad you think so. I think so too. I'm really trying to keep this plank from being too normal. So I think like adding these darker like shadow marks really like starts to help pop the wood. See, it's funny I'm taking this time to work on the wood like this and I still have to do the color. And I'm probably not gonna get to it at this point because it's already 11:29. I should be sleeping. I'm doing the thinking thing. I'm thinking I'm getting too much with the same size, brush size, like thing, BS I was doing. I need to remember, I need to vary the strokes a little bit, not make it super smooth. You know, I think that might actually be getting too much in the middle. Oh, I don't know how many of you guys saw the Zootopia documentary. I just finished watching it, and it is really good. So if you're interested in like the whole behind-the-scenes process of making an animated film, or love the movie Zootopia, I would highly recommend it. It's 47 minutes long, and they go through like everything. I think these areas here would definitely get the darker areas because there is like no light going into them. Maybe break that a little bit. Actually just started thinking of breaking this area out a little bit. And because of that, this area here is probably gonna be a bit darker. Yeah. Variation. Oh yeah. Trite. Yeah, it's from a game. It's Dust Force was the game, and the person who made the song is named Lifeformed. I'll link you the playlist. Yeah, you know, I was thinking about varying the width of the grooves. The sloths were amazing. I loved it. That moment was perfect. Oh, Hugshot, I would recommend absolutely to check out that movie. It's fun for like everybody. Like the kids can get their fun out of it, but it had a lot of like sort of social commentary, I guess, that adults could understand and appreciate. I am old enough. Let's just say I'm not in college anymore. Oh man. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start cleaning this up a little bit here. I always feel like I spend more time on the shadow side of the object instead of the front. So let me really quickly put some more highlights, since I put some of the darkest darks in there. I don't think the wood would be that bright. It's not a very reflective item. So let's do that. Move it up. Start to do some of that. I also gotta remember I don't always need a dark line. I can just go in here and add them. Right, back to focusing on the front side. Ah, awesome front side. What am I gonna do with you? I am using a stylus. I'm using a Wacom Pro 4. I think maybe it's a little bit too much highlight, too bright. I was thinking like this area could probably like use a darker tip, and then I just kind of bring it back in. Just to make that pop a little bit more. And then this probably gets a reflect. Not too much. There we go. Then I was thinking maybe these two can combine. Nah, it looks weird. Looks like two people holding hands awkwardly. Oh, you know what? Holy cow, I should save. I haven't saved this at all. Ah, that's scary. Don't forget the light flares. Light flares also make everything better. You know what? It's probably going to be light down here too because it's sort of facing towards where the light is. And then this area is probably going to be a tad bit darker because it is closer to the light. And then maybe some... a little bit of reflect up there. I actually like it when it was darker. Let's see. You know, I think I'm going a little bit too far with the highlights. Yes. Light flares, man. Not to say, I'm not saying that that Star Trek movie was bad, but you know, it was better because it had those light flares. Oh yeah, sorry I got quiet again. Got super focused in the wood painting. But in all honesty, I think I'm gonna call this this warm-up sketch a good deal done, I say, as I keep painting on it. If anything, I really like the whole rendering phase of things. Oh yeah, so like I was saying, I'm done, but not really. I'm just still putting those final touches on it. Cause jeez, whoever really wants to stop working on things? Nobody. That's why we have things like producers and project managers. Or things called bills. That normally stops you from overworking things too much. Alright, I swear I'm gonna stop touching this damn thing. Really soon. Don't judge me. Alright, I'm freaking butt-ass done. Ha, that was fun. I think tomorrow I'll color it. Was supposed to color it tonight, but you know what? I didn't. I know. I can't keep my hands off of it. Oh boy. Well, you know what? Let me tell you guys a story before I run off to bed, because it is almost midnight. Let's see, Esther. So, I actually don't have it here. I must have removed it. Let's go to my art station. That one. So my game is kind of on hiatus because we had a lot of design issues as far as like gameplay. So yeah, it's kind of it's a little makes me sad a little bit. I really want to get back to it, but yeah, we really got, it's like when you overwork a piece and then you kind of don't want to work on it anymore. Like, as much as I want to keep working on the pirate thing, we definitely had to step back from it. So now we're working on another game, and we're definitely fleshing out a lot of the gameplay out first, and then I'll go in with my art. So yeah, sad. Wish that could have gone somewhere. What kind of game are you working on? My game was about pirate puppies, and this pirate guy was gonna sail the seven pawns of the world and steal booty and do quests. Oh, what kind of game is that? But yeah, like, my point of showing you guys this is, like, a lot of this was practice. So this was practice. Like, this was, like, seriously one of my first pieces. Excuse me. This was one of my first pieces when I first started out in doing hand-painted stuff. Like, I wanted to understand how to do wood, and I also wanted to understand how to do metal. So, you know, I started, wow, I posted this a year ago. Man, time flies. Anyways, yeah, so, like, metal has this, like, high reflectivity, usually around the edges, so I did that. And then, but wood didn't. Wood just had, like, this light highlight. And you know what? That's actually a good, like, comparison. Kind of like what I did there. And then another one that I did for practice. This was all for practice. Like, I was doing studies of materials. This was another study on material. I was trying to figure out how to do metal. And, you know, dirty metal. So that was another practice piece. Do I have anything? Nope, I only have that one. This was another practice piece I did. See, like, I was like, I gotta understand wood. I need to figure out how does it work. And this was another example of, like, usually if you have like a nail or something in the wood tends to split coming from, you know, coming off of that. And yeah, I like this example too. I should have looked at this. This was a practice on bricks. I tried to, like, figure out, you know, how do I get that weird change in the form of the brick that you normally can easily get if you sculpt it, but I wanted to try doing it by just painting it. And then here's another example of me using the metal and then drawing a pig, just for fun. There's another piece that I did for practice. I think I can actually bring up my practice folder here. Let me see if I can find it. Personal. Practice. Where's my practice? Practice. Nope. Trying to find it. Personal. That's weird. I can't find it. I feel like a boob now. What the heck? Oh wait, I think I know where it is. Hold on. Oh yeah, here's one practice. So I was practicing on doing metal, but, you know, actually making something out of it besides just a square. So I turned it into a sword, and then that's the sword that you see here. Yeah, there we go. That you see here that I turned into a 3D model. So concept art and then actual thing. So that was one of my practices. Oh, okay. Alright, you guys are gonna have fun. I haven't showed this to anybody online, so be afraid. Okay. So one of my practices was me trying to do lighting on a creature. And that's one of the, I think, pets. Pets are mounts in World of Warcraft. This is a terrifying thing. I'm sorry if I hurt any of you. That was like, I was trying to practice on how to do fur. And then I created that thing. It's terrifying. I'm sorry. That was one of my practices for fur. Okay, moving on. This was another practice. I wanted to practice on lighting. And then there I go with that wood again. You see my wood? I was trying to, do lighting on it. And I want to model this. And I think I will still model that. You see the shield here? That was my practice. And then here's another practice that I did with wood. That was like, I was trying to do a speed paint type of thing, and then I wanted to like include metal. I kind of like how I did the scratches on that. I don't know, it was like a hellhound. I forgot the name of it. This was another practice on the molten corgi. I never finished it, but that was fun. And this is the one that I actually wanted to show you guys. This was my practice on a wall texture, and this is a wall texture that you can find in Pandaria. I just looked at it, took a screenshot, looked at it, and then tried to recreate it, and then add a little bit more oomph into it, because the texture was very low res and sort of low detail because it wasn't in an important area. So I wanted to kind of do a 2.0 of it. So that was another practice, and I was trying to like understand lighting and stone detail. But yeah, so lots of practice, and I think for me, and maybe for someone else, I feel like it's really important to do, I call them studies like this, because oftentimes they lead into cooler things, and it really just helps inform my actions when I actually do make the 3D model. But let's see. God Sim Planet Management. Whoa. That sounds fun. Universum. Do you have a blog on that or anything? I'd love to read more about it. And Trite, I will be streaming more. I hope to continue doing this. I'm going to, let's see, today's Thursday, so I will do one more stream tomorrow. Weekends, I don't normally stream. I tried doing I tried making it like game stream weekend, but I like having my weekend to myself and just dicking around. But yeah, on weekdays, I do want to get back to streaming every night at 10. Let's see. Let's see. World of Warcraft. This thing. Fell Stalker. That's what I was trying to do. Oh my god, you're in Denmark? Holy cow, I didn't know that. That's really cool. Let's see, why don't you do a Blizzard art? Oh, the ZBrush. I actually did that a lot a while back. And I actually do want to get back into that process again because I love ZBrush. Like, ZBrush used to be my thing a lot before I started really going 100% into hand painting. But yeah, like for example, I did this column, I ZBrushed it, then I did the thing. It's not really super like hand painted like this stuff is. Like all this is just hand painted. But I do want to start making props by making them in 3D again. One good example is a person called Clayton. I think that's it. Yeah. Did I click it? There we go. Oh my god, it's midnight. Alright. So like, for example, this guy, he does a lot of his stuff by doing a ZBrush sculpt of it and then baking it. And I just love his work. Like, I like how it turns out. It's still very stylized looking, despite the fact that he like ZBrushed it first. Fanny Vergny being example, but hers, I don't know, I guess hers looks, I guess, a little bit more realistic than this. But yeah, I would love to try doing what he does now that my painting skills have gotten a lot better than back in the day. Like that picture I showed you, that was a year ago. So it's been a year, and I feel like I've improved since I first started doing hand painting. So just imagine what another year could do. Oh geez, I'm sorry. I hope you don't have to wake up early for anything tomorrow. Doesn't sound like it, since you're well, I don't know. Do you have to wake up early in the morning? I really hope not. That would be rough. But okay guys, I am heading off for the night, and I'll be back again tomorrow. Wait, will I be back again tomorrow? Actually, now that I think about it, I might actually have might be busy tomorrow night after work. Well, I'll see you tomorrow if I do. If not, I'll be seeing you guys again on Monday. So y'all have a good weekend if I don't see you. And thanks for joining me. Oh my god, you have to wake up at 7. Why? Why? Maybe you can pretend you're sick. Aw, you're welcome guys. Thanks for joining me. You all make the streaming experience for me really fun, so I really appreciate y'all being here. You know me, I like strumming all the time. Alright, good night.